All right, guys, we are back for day 2 on the pond renovation job, and we got some decisions to make this morning. We got a few decisions to make. So first things first this morning, I have no idea where all this water is coming from. I don't know if you can see that right there. There's a tremendous amount of water. I don't know if there's a field tile up there or what there is. There's a lot of water and it is draining right down through the middle where we're working at. I think the first thing we're gonna have to do is come up here and dig some sort of catch basin or some sort of temporary dam. We've got to get this water stopped so we can get that dried up down there so we can actually do something. I think from there, we're probably gonna have to tie in the core in the dam. I think we're gonna end up taking the majority of that old dam out, coring it and going back new. I don't know, there's just a lot of things going on there. Don't really want to take a whole lot of chances with it. I'll walk over here and show you guys on the other side of the dam. This is how much water drained down through there overnight. It's crazy the amount of water. Shouldn't take long for this thing to fill back up, but look at that. All that water down there, which we knew I was going to catch some water down there, but I kind of thought it was going to drain around, but wowzers, there's a lot of water down there. Swing over here and show you guys this. There's just an incredible amount of water. Well, it's not gonna fix itself. Let's get after it. Well, I think that was a success for now. Show you what we got up here real quick. Just dug a little retaining pond. There's water coming in this thing from every direction imaginable. I'm guessing that'll probably hold 1,500, 2,000 gallon. Hopefully that'll buy us enough time to get a couple lifts in on that dam, and then we can just let the water start going back in the lake and start filling it up as long as we can stay ahead of it. So I'm gonna go around the backside, relieve some of that water down there so we can actually get started on the dam. Oh man, middle of August, never would have dreamed we'd be fighting this much mud. I don't know how much you guys can see as bright as what that sun is, but got just a little bit of a hump in here keeping that from draining out. I'm just gonna dig a little temporary trench here, let this drain on around this mud. That's how much water. My water's probably 3 feet deep out there in the middle. That's how much water drained around here last night. That's crazy. I expected to see some water down here. Never expected to see that much. We got a trench dug here, and we'll break her loose and let her fly. Well, I got me a pretty good little trench down through there. I guess we'll break the little dam here and see if she drains out. There she goes. Running so far. Think that just might work. Clean up a few spots right here and get this rest of this water out of here. And I just can't believe how much water comes in. Alright guys, one last thing. This cedar tree has some sentimental value. I don't know for sure if we can save it or not, but we're gonna try. Get her scooped up here like that. We're gonna set it up here by the edge of the cornfield and try our best to put it back when we're done. He completely understands it's a 50-50 shot whether or not it makes it, but he at least wants to try to save it, so that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna set this up here out of the way for safekeeping, and come back and get it later, hopefully when we're done. That should be far enough out of the way. Keep Jerry from backing over it, hopefully. Perfect. You stay there, I'll be back for you later. Alright guys, we officially started coring the dam out. And coring the dam, if you guys watch Let's Dig 18's channel, you see him use this technique quite a bit. But basically you just dig the center of the dam out, try to locate the problem, and then pay extreme detail to get everything put back with some good dirt and kind of seal everything off. I'll kind of walk you guys through the steps as we go through it, but I don't know if you can see down there. If you guys remember that emergency dam repair we did, we ran into all that nasty gray clay that was real nasty and sticky. Well, guess what? We got the exact same thing here we're fighting. I don't know why or where it come from or what the issue is, but I'm basically trying to dig this pretty close to 12 feet wide. That way Jerry can get down in there with the dozer and push lifts in there, and we can compact it in with the roller. But I hope I didn't have to dig as much as what I'm digging, but it's not looking good, folks. So we're gonna dig here for a little bit, and I'll let me get you some video from down the hole, and then
man, it's like it just gets wetter the farther you go.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully eventually we'll run into some dry good material and we can stop and get up out of here, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, without like tree roots and old pieces of metal.
Watch that wall right there, don't let it fall off on you.
Yep, I got you. Look at the water oozing out right there. Gotcha.
All right, guys, we got our core out of there. We got to get our Instagram photo for the day. But man, I don't know if I was building this thing from scratch. I don't know if I continue, to be honest with you. We got the rock bottom in our keyway. I've dug down through and tried to find the layer the water was in and break it up and bust it up the best I could. If you look over here, you got almost a perfect line where that old nasty clay dirt's at. It just seeps water, spongy. It's bad, but Jerry's bringing some good dirt in. He's already got the first push in there now. We're gonna try to put it down in here. You can see if we can get it compacted and bonded off to this raw. And I'll switch over to the other side and start digging out the core that way. But all right, Jerry's not waiting on nobody. Let's go. Jerry's raining in dirt off heavy with the dozer. Expect me to keep up with an excavator. Across the front. It's not gonna work for a long time, it'll work for a short time. This first layer, let's hope it's dirt packed. This first layer is gonna be crucial to get in here and get it sealed off and bonded off good. Actually worked out pretty good as long as Jerry don't trap me in here. I'm going, Jerry, I'm going. Alright. That's some pretty good clay up there. It's the material we need, but it's still wet. I can't believe how wet it is here in August. It's just not saturated like everything else. Really good stuff right there. That's what we need. Now we're getting something. Feeling better by the minute seeing that go down through there. That will work. All you need is a 140, Jerry. Look at that. I got all your dirt and then some. Of course, I'm going downhill and he's already got it loose, but we'll leave that part out for now. Beautiful. Jerry has found just the material we need coming off that hill right there. Good deal. Look at that. Got a roller on the dozer now spinning. You guys actually got a legitimate comment this time. I don't know if it's got mud in it or what. Let's figure that out. Alright, we got our first lift of dirt in there. This is going to be the telltale sign to see what we got. Aaron's coming in behind me with the roller. I think it's going to pack alright, but you don't know until you hit it. Perfect, but it's definitely better than what it was. Definitely better than what it was. my best effort. We'll see what happens here. We might have a chance, people. We might have a chance. Alright, I think Aaron and Jerry have this side under control. We're going to start putting some lifts in there. I need to go around. So you're working hard on your phone over there. Busted!
Paperwork, bud.
Yeah, I ain't paperwork. I'm gonna go around to the other side of the dam. We gotta tie those two together. We gotta get that other side cored out a little bit, and then make sure we get good dirt with the two meet and join. So that goes a long way around because I don't know if you guys remember the last video, but there's a bunch of mud below the dam. Looks like our little reservoir is holding. It's filling up. We'll call that the mini lake for the day. Alright guys, we're kind of clicking along here. I finally got down here to where I can get the rest of this nasty stuff out of here. Hope I don't fall in this trench. Get these two sides tied together. Be nice. Start digging our way out up the other way. This side I can tell just by sitting on it right here, not a whole lot better than the other side. Man, that's some nasty stuff. Alright guys, a little bit of a time lapse here of filling the core on the other side and putting lifts in. Then you see me digging out the core here on the other side. One thing I want to point out, you'll watch here after Aaron rolls this, you'll see Jerry come in before he puts a lift of dirt in there. And Jerry will come in and actually track back and forth on that a few times and kind of break that surface up. That's another thing we did on that dam repair job I didn't cover real well. The purpose, there he goes right there, you see him. The purpose of that is if I had a sheep's foot roller instead of a smooth drum roller, it would leave that top dimpled. And just trying to make sure we break that top up just a little bit so those lifts bond together real good. But I'll be quiet here and let this play out a little bit, and you guys can kind of watch 2 or 3 lifts go in, kind of see how the process works. right, guys, we're getting there. I don't know, you may know better than me from the time lapse. We're probably on our 5th or 6th lift, but this dirt's packing. It's not packing quite as good as what we'd like for it to, but it's way better than what was in here before. Jerry's actually even got into some betterment stuff up there on the hill. So like I said, it's probably our 5th or 6th lift. We've been going 16-inch lifts. We've been going pretty shallow on them just to make sure we get good compaction. But I'm gonna strip some of the mud and stuff off right there. There's actually some good material we need right there. We can get thrown up there that Jerry can kind of mix in with this other stuff and get going. But look at this. Check this out. We are already holding water back. I still got my thing in up there. There's just water seeping in this thing all the way around. There's just, man, there's water in this ground. Something crazy. I've never seen anything like it. We're gonna let Jerry do his thing here. We'll go back up and hop in the excavator and see what happens. Might be an old dozer. That old girl will still push. All right, I better get back to my station before I get in trouble. All right, so we had to change Aaron out for mine. Aaron had some other stuff he had to go do, so Matt come down to help us. But Jerry's over there pushing in that next lift. Matt's getting ready to roll it. I'm over here. What I'm trying to do is it's hard to get down there with the dozers. Everything's so wet, so I'm trying to strip some of this dirt off the top. It's not good. See how it's just got more of that gray clay stuff? We do not want to put that back in the dam. But down below it, the dirt is better, but not a whole lot better. Jerry's got the good dirt up there behind me on the hillside, so I'm taking this material. They don't have enough of the good material, so I'm taking this mediocre material after I get the trash stripped off the top, throwing it up behind me. Jerry's kind of mixing it with the really good stuff he's got, and then we're putting lifts in there with that. We didn't do this earlier because we wanted to make darn sure we had some really good stuff in the actual bottom of the dam. Now that we're getting a little higher up, we're going to start mixing a little bit, and the farther we get to the top, the more and more our ratio will probably change based on how much dirt we got left. Raise your blade up.
What?
Raise your blade up.
I'm trying to get the vibratory thing to work properly. It was shaking real bad. It normally goes faster than that.
Got the throttle all the way open?
You said run it easy, so I had half throttle.
No, he didn't run it wide open. Alright guys, here's what's going on. I'm trying to strip some of this not so good dirt off and save what good dirt I can. The good dirt here is not as good as the dirt Jerry has up there behind me. But I don't think we got enough of the good stuff to do what we need to. So we're kind of mixing this. Jerry's mixing this with some of the dirt he's got up there. It's working out pretty good. This stuff's not bad. It's just not as good as that stuff Jerry's got. Watch out, Jerry, coming through. We didn't want to put any of this in the bottom of the dam. We put the really good stuff at the bottom. And then we got, as we get higher up in the dam, I guess we'll change our ratio a little bit. But we're getting her slowly. I don't know, I said I was going to explain that trench to you a little bit. I don't know if I did the best job of doing that, but basically what we did is called coring the dam. So you guys seen all that material in there that was so good that it wouldn't compact, it won't hold back water, it just saturates itself. So there's no need to take the whole dam out. Depending on the size of the dam and the type of dirt you got, you take out, I don't know, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16 feet. if you start raising it back up, basically you're building a dam within the dam. Basically just trying to build a water stop, trying to keep that water from saturating in that dam and keep it from leaking, and hopefully have something solid. So we're gonna have enough dirt. The question is what quality of dirt we're gonna have. It's still packing pretty good over there, so I don't know, we'll swing dirt here for a while and see where we end up at, I guess. I don't know if you guys can see Jerry over there, but he takes his stuff I got that's not as good and he rolls it up to some good stuff he's got, mixes it all together, and it ends up with a pile looks like that over there. It's been laying in there pretty nice, so we'll just keep on doing that for a while and see where we end up at. Man, that stuff, it's still got some gray in it. It's not as bad. All right, back to digging. Alright guys, Jerry's still pushing and mixing that stuff up. I don't know if there's a camera illusion or what, but that last video where we actually built a leg, like a bunch of you guys commented I had a roller that wasn't turning, which is not true. They were all turning. I watched them very regular sitting here. But this morning we did have a top roller not turning. We got it working again. I think it just had a bunch of mud in it from yesterday, but I'm not convinced the bearings in it are good. So I'm going to order me a new one, and I figured what better chance to try out Todd's new website, Truck or Track. So let's see how well this works here. Todd Dozer, family, Dozer, manufacturer, John Deere. I don't want to subscribe to your email, Todd. Model. Then he's got 850 on here. Hold on, Matt. You have to wait. We're looking for an 850. Come on, baby. My goodness, John Deere makes a lot of dozers. 850B. What do we got? We need more cell phone service. Stay tuned, we're thinking. We don't have enough cell phone service. Modern technology. Come on, cell phone service. Stand by. Alright guys, about 30 seconds later, it finally loaded. But check this out. Scroll down. Top roller assembly. $196.33. I can add that to my cart. Use Dirt Perfect promo code DIRT, save me 5%, and I hate to admit it, Todd, but that worked pretty good. Appreciate the roller, bud. All right, back to work. They are catching up with me. I think I'm going to reset up down there and throw some of that dirt back. It helps Jerry a lot if I get that stuff piled up there for him, so we take this dirt here and just keep mixing it. We're actually getting very good compaction over there now by doing that. So it's the old saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? Alright guys, there's the hole we were digging out to borrow dirt. There's still some left in there. There's the core coming together. We're probably 6-8 feet there in the center from being up. It's coming in pretty good. I'm gonna go down through here. We gotta get this stuff dried out so we can do something with it. So I'm gonna go down here with the excavator, basically just kind of throw it out and shake it around. There's a chance it'll dry out a little bit. Jerry's been able to kind of use a little bit of it here and there on the other side of the dam, building up on the cores. This is that stuff that come out of the center, man. It is just nasty. It just needs to be spread out. Look at that. Like elephant poop. I don't know if that's a thing, but kind of what it looks like. Maybe with a little bit of luck we get it to dry out, get it out there in the sun. We gotta do something with it. But just get enough consistency out of it, we can stack it on the back side of this dam. It'll be good for that. But gotta get her dried out a little bit. See what I come up with on this. Jerry's over there. It's nice seeing that dam come back up. With all this water running in here, it's nice to know when we have the foundation of the dam in, so if it holds a little bit of water on the inside, it's not really that big a deal at this point. Kind of ahead of the game. We are finally getting some good compaction on it, which I feel a lot better about that too. So our plan is slowly coming together. Slowly. But it's coming together. Mud, 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 mud. Just mud everywhere. Give you guys a little tour of the top of the dam here. You can definitely tell where that core trench is at, where that old nasty dirt's at, but we're making progress. This stuff, man, it's coming along nice. I'm a lot more confident in it and feeling a lot better about it now than what I was 4 or 5 hours ago. We got this mud all spread out, and of course that big tree is shading a lot of it now, but it's long. It's a stretch to say it's drying, but it's drying. It's doing something. I figured I'll let Matt hop in the Volvo, swing a little dirt. Good place for him to practice. Throw that dirt on the other side of the pile as far up as you can get. It's easier for Jerry to grab that way.
1-4, so then roll downhill. My bad.
Anyways, Matt's over there swinging a little bit of dirt up. Jerry's bringing the next lift across. I'm still trying to mix that dirt. Mixing that dirt has paid off for us. It's worked really well. Really well. But it's getting closing in on closing time. No, closing in on quitting time. So we're gonna probably work here for about half an hour, grease and fuel everything, so we're ready for tomorrow. And before we leave, I'll fly over and give you guys a drone shot. But it's getting there. It is getting there. Watching Matt's smooth operating skills up there. Turning ever since. I don't know if it had mud stuck in it from yesterday or if it's just in a bad mood. It's working for now. Well, it looks like at the bottom of the hole. I'll tell you what, man, that old dozer, it's not the fastest thing in the world. That thing sticks in there, runs like a sewing machine, and I don't know, it just does a good job. Been really happy with that machine. Does good on fuel, pushes good. Haven't had any problems with it. hours on it. It has had the hydrostat rebuilt at 8,000 hours. But original engine. And we put about 350, almost 400 hours on it. Between the wake build, the dam rebuild, I think there's something else in this. It's been running, but it's still going. How's it going up there? Did you ever notice that right talking on my radio, the machine still don't stop? If management was here, he wouldn't be happy with you. They're still better than Luttering. It's not up. They're still better than Luttering. It's not upside down yet. All right, guys, we're gonna clean up some loose edges. It's cold today. It's getting late. I think I said that in the last clip, but I'm for real this time. All right, guys, as we fly in here at the end of day 2, wow, what a difference 24 hours makes. You guys can see the holding pond's doing its job, holding the water, and the dam is starting to take shape. It was quite the fight to get up out of the mud and get the foundation of this dam in, but everything went pretty well. You know, this was what I would call the crucial day of getting that core dug out, getting that core in there correctly, and getting everything sealed off and controlling all the water coming down on us and making sure that didn't end up causing us any issues here. But we are probably, if I had to guess, about 5 or 6 feet low in the middle and about 3 or 4 feet low on the ends. I don't know if you can see on the when we flew in, but it's still got just a little bit of a belly in it. But man, the core, I was worried about it in the beginning, but it really, really tightened up. And I actually got quite a bit of confidence in it at this point that it's gonna work out pretty well. But it was a struggle, but we have managed to accomplish it. And believe it or not, the most amazing part of this whole job so far is at this point in the video, or at this point in the project, neither Jerry or I have got a dozer or an excavator stuck. So you guys just have to stay tuned for the last one to see if that holds true the rest of the way out. But guys, that's it for this one. We're going to wrap it up. We'll hopefully be back the next day or tomorrow to finish it up. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. And guys, we shall catch you on the next one.